It seems since the dawn of time, there's been this so-called console war, where Xbox and Sony have battled each other across the gaming world. And every time, it seems that fans would see which console by both companies has the best features or the most powerful console and make a decision from there. Then of course, as gamers, we look at games, price, controller, and everything else that fits exactly what we want. But what's always been one of the top reasons to get a console is the power attached to it. And now PlayStation might have hinted at something they're aiming to have on their consoles. This is coming from Hypebeast, where they found this new job description where Sony is looking for someone to work on the world's fastest console. Now of course, this could just be a company trying to hype up their console, but also attract the best possible candidate for the position they're trying to fill. Either way, let's dive into this newfound information and see what it means for Sony and Microsoft. But before we do that, if you liked the video, hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. Okay, so we already know that Sony and Microsoft have revealed some of the key features for the PlayStation 5 and the yet to be named Xbox Scarlett. And while they have some similarities with certain specifications, there's still going to be differences that set them apart. Even with AMD being in charge with making custom CPUs and GPUs for both Xbox and PlayStation. You throw in the jump with the SSD and the CPU performances, and you have one of the most competitive pieces of hardware we might ever see. Even with all this information, Sony seems to be taking a little bit of a jab at the competition in regards to the speed of their console compared to the Xbox console. Now, this is what the job description says in regards to what the person that will get the job should expect if they get the job at Sony. You will be managing distributed systems that are powering 100+ million PS4 consoles that deliver immersive gaming experiences. You will also be one of the leaders of an elite team that is super excited to launch the upcoming world's fastest console, PS5, in 2020. You will love working at PlayStation if you have a strong passion for systems, availability, and resiliency. Now, that little jab at the Xbox was very blatant and obvious, but honestly feels a little weird to have in a job description, considering most people trying to get the job could probably care less about the console war and things of that nature. But beyond all that, what stands out the most is what they have the confidence to say that the PS5 will be the world's fastest console in 2020. And what's even more weird is that they bring this up when this job is for a senior cloud engineering manager who most likely won't be at the forefront of the console manufacturing. Now, of course, there could be a lot of information that the PlayStation 5 console could have hidden, and all of this hidden specifications could change the way everyone looks at the console. Not to mention AMD is working on custom CPU and GPU chips for both companies, so one of them could have the advantage over the other. But this information doesn't stop there. After posting that job description, Sony decided to remove that single line for some reason and later post this. You will be managing distributing systems that are powering 100 million PS4 consoles that deliver immersive gaming experiences. You will love working at PlayStation if you have a strong passion for systems, availability, and resilience. Not sure if you see that, but they removed that one line that said that they were going to have the world's fastest console in 2020. Now, I'm not sure why they took this out of the job description. Maybe because it doesn't look very professional when a skilled engineer is looking at the job. Either way, it's a jab that I'm sure Xbox won't soon forget, especially since a lot of information about the consoles have been coming out for a while now. It seems like the dam has been leaking a little bit, and soon the whole dam will flood out and we'll all have all the information we need to make the best decision on which console we want. Now, of course, I'm going to be getting both consoles because I enjoy what each has to offer, but I would be lying if I said I don't care what the specs are on both consoles, because as a tech guy, I love to see what each console will have on them, and I want to see little advantages each has over the other. Having two huge companies going at each other, battling for my dollar, is something I always love to see, and that's exactly what's happening with all of this information being leaked. I made a video a little bit ago talking about how Xbox has said they're not aiming to be the second most powerful console on the market, which to me shows that Xbox is truly trying to get the most powerful console under their belt like they have right now with the Xbox One X. And of course, we'll see both companies take plenty of shots at each other for a little while now, especially as the next few months come and we get much more information about both consoles, which I believe as the information keeps coming in, we will see that both consoles will have similar experiences when it comes to performance and speed, not to mention overall performance. And as for what I think, this senior cloud engineering manager is someone that has a chance to work on the console and help shape the next generation PlayStation 5, but not in the way most people might think when it comes to the console. Instead, I think they'll help bring the cloud performance for Sony to the forefront of the generation for them. Because as we've seen for a little while now, Sony has hinted and talked about the cloud streaming and performance going hand in hand with the console. Sony's strategy isn't focused on only the console anymore. It's going to be all about PS Now and cloud streaming, not to mention taking all their large amounts of data going to all sorts of devices. And that's what's going to make the PlayStation stay in competition with other companies that are trying to reach a broader audience. So for me, it's very weird for them to put that single sentence in a job description where the person will be working on the software side of PlayStation 5 console. Not to mention they'll probably be at the forefront of making Sony's PlayStation one of the dominant platforms on the cloud streaming front. And as we've seen the last couple of weeks with God of War and Uncharted 4 going on PS Now, we know that Sony is pivoting their business plan for the next generation of gaming. Now, of course, this person will be working directly with console developers and software engineers to get the best performance from the cloud, but it does seem out of place that they put a little jab about the Xbox console in that description. And with Sony removing the sentence a little bit later, it might indicate that they felt the same way. Either way you cut it, the next couple of months is going to be very intense and really bring to light everything we want to know. I can't wait to see what both consoles show us. But enough about what I think. Tell me what you think about all of this. Do you think the PS5 will be the fastest console next generation? Was this job description a jab at the Xbox console? Is Sony taking this cloud streaming service serious? How close do you think cloud streaming will be to the console? Which console will be the more powerful? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my videos. And also follow me on Mixer. I recently started streaming on Mixer because I find the computing much more engaging and fun. So if you want to hang out and chat with me, I'm very active with my chat and always playing games. The links will be in the description. I hope to see you guys there. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching. And until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.